Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today's reaction is going to be on NEEKO, the Curious Chameleon. Just to recap how we do our reactions, we take a look at the champion's biography and stories first. We get kind of like their lore, and then we learn about any of the cinematics that they might be in. We take a look at their gameplay, things like that, and then we finally take a look at the skins and then their special interactions and voice lines towards the end. Of course, this will be all chaptered, so you can go skip to whatever part you would like to go to. All right, and of course, before we get started, please leave a thumbs up on the video and consider subscribing if you like this video. All right, guys, let's get into this. So the quote for NEEKO is, "The Uvicat are gone. NEEKO must build her own tribe now." Wait, does NEEKO speak about themselves in the third person? That's interesting because this says it's a NEEKO quote. We have race is Vastaya. We knew that. Role is mage. Region is Ishtal. And let's see, related champions on the left. I know I'm blocking it. We have Nidalee, we have Rengar, and we have Ezreal. Now, I don't remember the exact relationship there with Ezreal, but I do recall there being some mention of NEEKO when we did the Ezreal reaction. We haven't reacted to Nidalee or Rengar yet. All right, and then the paragraph here says, hailing from a long-lost tribe of Vastaya, NEEKO can blend into any crowd by borrowing the appearances of others, even absorbing something of their own emotional state to tell friend from foe in an instant. No one is ever sure where or who NEEKO might be, but those who intend to do her harm will soon witness her true colors revealed and feel the full power of her primordial spirit magic unleashed upon them. Wow, okay, so I actually did not know she could do all of that. I really did not know she could, like, she's basically like Mystique from X-Men. She can transform into anybody appearance-wise. That's pretty crazy. She's even better than Mystique because Mystique can't do like the emotional stuff. Like she doesn't get an insight into that. So that's a pretty crazy ability. Okay, let's go ahead and do the biography. Yo, this artwork is gorgeous, by the way. NEEKO was born on a remote and largely unknown island far to the east, where the last members of an ancient Vastayan tribe remained isolated from the rest of the world. They were called the Uvicat and could trace their lineage generation by generation back to the legendary Vastaya Shire, the ancestors of all Vastaya. The Uvicat were peaceful beings of unrivaled potential. Their harmonious society blended seamlessly with the spirit realm so that their Shoma, their spiritual essence, could intermingle with other beings through mere proximity and even help them mimic other physical forms. No secrets existed between the Uvicat, but few were as curious, resilient, or energetic as young NEEKO. She developed a fondness for games, hiding trinkets and thoughts to see if others could find them. Her inquisitive nature knew no bounds, and she was pure and innocent in her charmed existence. But it was not to last. Cataclysm loomed on the horizon. Thanks to the quick thinking and self-sacrifice of the Uvicat elders, NEEKO escaped the death of her homeland. She clumsily took the form of a bird and fled the smoldering destruction, feeling the screams of her people fading into the ethereal gulf between realms. Okay, so she can actually take the form of like full-on animal and just not even have a human-like appearance at all. That's kind of crazy. And what is the cataclysm that happened to their homeland? Was it just like a natural happening or something? Days later, desperate and exhausted, NEEKO plummeted into the sea. She clung to driftwood, entirely at the mercy of the currents, until an odd silhouette rose into view. She could hear voices carrying over the waves, and so she swam toward the strange structure. With the last of her strength, she crept aboard what turned out to be a mercantile vessel destined for Haralport. NEEKO rested where she could, calling out into the spirit realm for her lost tribe. She felt only scattered, sad echoes in response, and images of towering dead trees that lay somewhere over a fragile horizon. Okay, so we already have like a pretty sad origin story here for NEEKO, of course. When NEEKO emerged from ship into the city, it was a strange and unfamiliar new world. All her senses tingled. Many a creature, even another Uvicat, might be afraid in that situation, but not NEEKO. The society bustled with unique personalities, strangers with a vast array of motives and shapes. This was a place of countless stories and experiences, and it entranced her completely. Okay, so a normal Uvicat might be like just scared because they don't know what the hell's going on, but she's more like curious. Before she could get far, she was spotted by a Vastayan sailor named Crete. NEEKO could not understand all his words, but he demanded to know which tribe she belonged to. NEEKO reached out with her Shoma, mimicking his face and expression to make her peaceful intentions understood, but Crete did not seem to like this at all. Overwhelmed by his darkening thoughts, NEEKO fled into the crowd, altering her shape many times until she escaped. Okay, right here, overwhelmed by his darkening thoughts. So without even transforming into like a version of this Crete guy, she could still feel the emotional darkness of his thoughts. So that's interesting. Surrounded by lush, tropical greenery in the hinterlands beyond Haralport, NEEKO grappled with her recent experiences. She simply could not understand how anyone might rely solely on words as their singular form of communication. It seemed so limiting. That's fair, honestly. Seeking solace, she took on the shape of the sleek jungle cats she encountered among the trees and tried to run with them. NEEKO loved being fast and agile, and their bright, keen eyes reminded her of home, until quite unexpectedly, the leader transformed into a beautiful, strong, dark-haired woman. After a tense standoff, she introduced herself as Nidalee and reluctantly accepted NEEKO into the group. Okay, I was going to say, doesn't Nidalee transform into a cat like that? Okay, cool. NEEKO hesitated to entrust the truths of the Uvi cat to others, but she felt a deep kinship with Nidalee because she suspected this bestial huntress might share some forgotten connection with the Vestayan race. Their friendship blossomed, and for many months they roamed the wilds together. Okay, cool. So Nidalee and her are like close friends. But the towns and cities, with all their flaws, still called to NEEKO. Her ancestors came to her in her dreams, showing her the pale branches of those dead trees over and over. The trees needed color to bloom again. Of that much, NEEKO was certain. She asked her friend to join her on this new journey, but Nidalee could not be persuaded. Oh, so NEEKO's like has her own story and like goal that she needs to bring back her own people, essentially. Crestfallen but determined, NEEKO set out alone. Her old life among the Uvi cat may be lost forever, but NEEKO envisions a magical future. A larger tribe of like-hearted Vestaya, Yordles, humans, and whatever other creatures might share her dream. As far as she is concerned, everyone has the potential to find a place in her new tribe. She has pledged to seek these souls out, to befriend them, and defend their Shoma with her life. To know NEEKO is to love NEEKO, and to love NEEKO is to be NEEKO. Huh. That last sentence is interesting. To know NEEKO is to love NEEKO, and to love NEEKO is to be NEEKO. I guess I don't really understand it per se, but I understand what her goal is. She's kind of like, she wants to start her tribe over again, but this time she's welcoming to people of all, races, color, whatever, right? And that's cool. So yeah. NEEKO's story is kind of an interesting one, to be honest with you. She loses her whole tribe. She barely escapes. And to her, she seems like she's the only one left. Maybe we'll find out in the future that there's still another one of her tribes still out there. But she tries to reach out to them and she doesn't see any. And then we got like a paragraph or two here of her just becoming like best friends with Nidalee, which is cool. And maybe Nidalee will help her out in the future, but they still remain close friends as far as I can tell. So very cool. Okay, interesting artwork here. The monster of Kalduga Outpost is the story. You can kind of see like NEEKO is, I think, getting the thoughts of this person in front of her or something. Or no, wait. She looks exactly the same as the other person. So maybe that's what's going on? Huh. NEEKO was familiar with the shapes of humans, and while they had their quirks, socks for instance, why? They never struck her as particularly strange, not until the outpost at Kalduga. The ugly compound was carved into the cliffs near the outskirts of the jungle by a tribe of humans called Noxians. They had inhabited the outpost for a while, it seemed, based on how irritable yet comfortable they seemed performing their daily routines. That's funny. NEEKO wondered, were they friendly? Did they enjoy cheese breads? There were other questions too, but these were at the top of her mind when she decided to see for herself. Well, the Noxians are probably not the first type of humans I would want her running into, but here we are. Under the cover of night, she slinked in and out of shadows until she reached the gate. A single guard stood watch. This was not a problem at all. NEEKO loved disguises. Adopting another entity's shape meant sharing their Shoma, a complex web of emotions and recent memories. She reached out with her own Shoma, feeling for the outer boundary of the guard's aura, which extended far beyond her body. When her spirit met the guard's, a name floated to the surface of NEEKO's mind. EY. From across the desert, a flavor color came next. Burnt orange bitterness over her lost home still graced EY's mind, and the blue salt resentment about her station. The backwater nowhere outpost with no strategic value, but try telling the commander that. There's some funny humor in this story so far. This EY had dark skin and beautiful oval eyes. She was strong, but few took her seriously since she was a mudheel, a simple soldier. Fascinated, NEEKO shed her natural chameleon-like appearance for EY's shape. Okay, so that's who we're getting at the top there with the art. NEEKO's skin swirled as her body morphed. It tickled her, but dizzied EY. She used the guard's disorientation to slip beyond the gates and into the quiet corridors of the outpost, firmly incognito. EY, a shrill voice cried, "Get back to your post." The rotund man, his belly poking out from under his breastplate, seemed startled. In the crook of his elbow were several toasted tafa roots and 2 loaves of crusty bread. I heard noises, NEEKO put on her best impression of EY's voice. It's probably bloody fur tails. Better hunt them down. Then we can enjoy some fur tail pie. Not fur tails. NEEKO did not want to eat those curious, funny little creatures. Are you saying there's an intruder? The man's eyes widened. NEEKO did not know the meaning of this word. Oh. So she shrugged and nodded yes. Oh, NEEKO, no. This gesture, she figured, could surely lead to little trouble. Wilderfolk, he said, could be a scouting party. What are you doing here? Raise the alarm. Where is alarm? Have you lost your brain, EY? I'll do it. See the physician when this is over. With that, the heavy man scurried off, cramming his snacks into his pocket. But before he was gone, NEEKO mingled her spirit's motes with his, borrowing his shape, shedding EY for this yubbers? Yubbers? Okay, so she just changed shape again. Interesting. Yubbers, NEEKO as Yubbers said out loud. That was a fun name to say. Yubbers did not like to be near the front lines of war, so Kalduga was a quiet and welcome assignment. His strength was in corresponding with the Empire. He was now scared, a rubbery, ashy yellow, at the thought of an attack by the Wilderfolk. NEEKO liked this man, but not the feeling of the masculine Shoma. 2. Not NEEKO. Most importantly, she felt Yubber's shock of running into another soldier after he had raided the larder. Food was nearby. So she's taken the form of a masculine, person, and she doesn't prefer it, I guess. So she does prefer a female Shoma specifically. Unless she just doesn't like this one, and I probably wouldn't blame her. As she headed down a hallway filled with doors, behind one of which must be the larder, NEEKO heard a commotion out in the main yard. Loud voices shouting. She dashed to the nearest window and peered outside. Real Yubbers was shouting at real EY. Uh-oh. Bong, bong. The sound of very loud bells startled NEEKO as Yubbers. Every door in the hallway burst open. Several half-dressed Noxians charged out, their eyes blinking away sleep. She tried to avoid the stampede, but was swept along away from the larder. NEEKO as Yubbers found herself pushed out into the yard with about a dozen armed soldiers. I don't know what you're talking about. EY's face was stressed and defiant. I've been standing guard all night long. You were in the barracks, said Yubbers, flanked by 2 soldiers. Take this deserter to the brig, he pointed to EY. Then it happened. Yubbers saw NEEKO as Yubbers. Before Yubbers and other soldiers deduced whether their double vision was the byproduct of the late hour or not, NEEKO disappeared into the fog of another person. Here's another one, another one of these stories that I would love to have as like a cinematic, but I get it. This time, it was a warrior named Seda. Seda? We'll go with Seda. She was a killing machine, so vicious, spicy pink. Seda had rushed to the yard so fast she neglected boots. This was fine by Seda and NEEKO, as both liked going barefoot. It reminded Seda of the sun-scorched province where she was born, agile and silent. I like that people have their own colors and stuff, right, with their emotions. Just as NEEKO was thinking she could enjoy being Seda, real Seda leapt at her doppelganger. The 2 Sedas wrestled in a ruckus of soldiers, fighting and pulling at each other. When the commotion settled, only one Seda remained. Of course, it was the real Seda, but Yubbers had her placed in chains. Seda pointed out that 2 Yubbers had been seen, and he too was placed in chains. Then EY. This continued for a while. Chains went on, chains came off. Nobody was sure who was who and who was not who, and who was lying about not being who they were when they were really someone else. Even the Outpost commander seemed uncertain what the source of all the trouble was, and NEEKO didn't take his shape at all. This fact came to light and only fueled more suspicion. Was the commander secretly harboring some monster? This is kind of funny, I'm gonna be honest. The one thought that everyone shared, NEEKO had learned from being everyone, was that no one liked the commander. He was too secretive and weak-willed. He had lost an important battle and had been demoted to, as EY put it, this backwater nowhere outpost with no strategic value. Everyone turned on the commander and he was the first to die. The mess only got messier from there. Soldiers screamed and fought and pointed blame. Some believed they were ensorcelled by a soul-eating demon. One veteran ranger told a harrowing tale of a jungle plant monster that replaced people with mindless copies of themselves with vines for veins. Amidst accusations, elaborate quizzes of minuscule facts from time shared in training, and shouts of traitor, NEEKO tried to calm the troops. What if NEEKO, as a cook named Thomsy, said, "It is no monster. It is someone who is nice, lost, and a little scared, but just wants to make friends and eat cheese breads and be happy, yes?" So obviously NEEKO's very naive. Everyone in the Kalduga outpost knew at once this was the imposter. Swords came out and the stabbing began. By dawn, only 4 soldiers remained alive. They stared hollow-eyed at the blood pooled under the commander's dead body and at each other. NEEKO watched them from the safety of the larder. NEEKO just took out an entire outpost without even trying. The commander did not want us to abandon the outpost, Seda said. She knelt down by the body and blessed him with a gesture of her people. Exile or execution is our future. A moment of solemn silence passed through like a haunted foul wind, despite the floral notes of taffa flowers blooming somewhere nearby. Yubbers straightened up. We'll send a messenger bat to command. The Wilderfolk have overrun Kalduga. We do not expect to survive, but we will die for the glory of Noxus. Then we abandon the outpost, leave the bodies where they lay. Seda, you go north, Gurnek will go east, EY west, I'll head south. If anyone crosses paths with another, it is a duel to the death for one of you. EY shot a wary glance at Yubbers, or you. is the beast in disguise. The soldiers left an hour later. They did not look back at their abandoned post or each other as they went their separate ways, unsure of who was really who. Humans were indeed strange creatures, NEEKO thought. This was a funny story. Wow, she didn't even mean to do any of it because she just doesn't understand the world. She doesn't understand humans. She's like a child in this world. But this was hilarious, man. They just all started turning on each other and murdering each other. And NEEKO just kept changing shape, getting out, and just saying, guys, I just want to be friends. But like I said, Noxians at an outpost, probably not the first humans you want to encounter. So hopefully that doesn't taint her thoughts of other humans when she runs into them. There are definitely some friendly ones, but clearly these weren't the friendly ones. That was a very funny story, guys. Let's continue, though. All right, let's go ahead and start with the champion trailer that came out for NEEKO about 5 years ago. Let's do this. 2 minutes.
Pretty colors.
Okay.
NEEKO likes this shape.
Oh, she does talk about herself in third person.
Why are you sad, friend? You have powerful legs, like warrior or sand flea.
Sand flea.
You make a funny face.
Oh, that was okay. That was interesting.
Oh, small brain.
She said small brain.
Investigate.
That's wild.
No jumping.
Immediately.
You are in trouble.
No time to waste.
Okay. Wait. Oh, right. I'm like, wait, where'd she go? Wait, what just happened?
Fell for it.
I fell for
Fun to
it.
walk around in different skins.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm very curious what her ability is going to be.
Bye, fake NEEKO.
And if that's actually good.
You mess with the wrong NEEKO.
Well, I see she can, like, clone other players and make it look like they have lower HP almost. Okay. Very fitting. She gets distracted by a butterfly. I don't even know where NEEKO is in this. I'm going to be honest. Okay.
You are stunning and beautiful.
Which one's NEEKO, though? Oh, right. The one with the butterfly. That's funny. That's cool. Very lighthearted. Oh, wait. Don't tell me.
Hello, nature.
Oh, okay, we got like a little winter skin for her. Cool. Yeah, that was very lighthearted
Here looks funny.
and very fitting for her character from what we could tell from the biography and story we read. What's happening right now?
Back to work.
Okay, so she's a very I don't know. I don't even. How do you describe somebody like this? What's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but she's very lighthearted for sure. You can tell. All right, let's just move straight into her champion spotlight. I want to see what her abilities are all
from
about.
A long-lost Vistayan tribe, NEEKO is a tricky burst mage who slings colorful
Burst
spells
mage.
and taps into primordial magic to transform into her allies. She may not seem dangerous at first glance, but keep a close eye on her. With NEEKO, things are never quite as they appear.
Right.
Welcome to the NEEKO Champion Spotlight.
Okay. All right, here we go. Abilities. What do you got, NEEKO?
NEEKO's main source of damage comes from her Q,
Burst.
Blooming Burst, which explodes again if it kills an enemy or damages a champion or monster.
Oh, that's
Blooming
cool.
Up to 3 times per cast.
3 times. I was gonna say it can't go on forever, can
NEEKO's
it?
E, Tangle Barbs, sends out a spiral of magic that damages and briefly roots enemies it passes through, with
That
an
seems cool.
increased root duration for the last champion hit. If
Hmm.
Tangle Barbs hits at least 2 enemies, it grows in size, speed,
Oh,
and
wow.
the empowered root duration.
I like the colors on it. It's
Together,
cool.
Tangle Barbs and Blooming Burst can really sting, and enemies caught in all 3 bursts will take huge damage.
Oh, that was a cool shot that she
These
just
2
did right
abilities
there. Wow.
make for a fairly standard burst mage combo, but NEEKO's passive is where things get unusual.
So a bunch of damage real fast.
Inherent glamour lets NEEKO disguise herself and appear as an allied champion.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I'm definitely not NEEKO.
I feel like people would realize it though, like right away. I don't
You
know.
can confuse foes and trick them into bad decisions, or use your passive to sneako up and catch them
Like
by
at the
surprise
higher
with your
levels,
EQ
right?
Combo.
The higher ranks.
WTF 2 Shens? Beware, Entering combat with champions or using aggressive abilities breaks the illusion and places the effect on a longer cooldown.
Okay, entering
But
combat.
until then, NEEKO is completely indistinguishable, even copying Disguise melee attack range.
Be
Oh,
cool.
wow.
No one suspects
Oh,
you are
that's
NEEKO.
pretty cool that
NEEKO
it
can
does
use
that.
her W Shape Splitter to briefly turn invisible
Splitter.
and send a clone of her current form sprinting in a chosen direction.
That's good.
It's
That makes
great
sense.
for playing hide and seeko with unsuspecting enemies.
Hide and seek.
Karma. Karma? Chameleon.
Yeah, because you know what you can do is you can get people to waste an
Shape Splitter
ability
also
on
has
it.
a passive effect. Every third basic attacker resonates with Spiritual Essence, dealing bonus damage and briefly increasing NEEKO's movement speed.
Oh, okay.
Her ultimate is the prismatic Pop Blossom.
Pop Blossom.
NEEKO begins charging herself with Spiritual Essence, jumping to gain a shield and slow nearby enemies, then releasing her magical energy for a big stun and tons of
That,
damage.
dude, she seems really good, guys.
When disguised by her
far as
passive,
I can tell.
allies can see NEEKO's initial charge up, but enemies cannot. So your glamorous approach will leave them with little time to react. That's what
Wow.
I call a 360 kaleidoscope. NEEKO
Wow.
loves mind games and surprise attacks, catching
Right, that
vulnerable
makes sense.
foes in the middle of the chaos and confusion.
NEEKO gets magic on you.
Yeah, she seems really fun to
land
play.
the perfect Pop Blossom, you'll need to sneak around with inherent glamour and trick foes with Shape Splitter.
Okay, well,
Goes
look at
the
that.
NEEKO.
See, that's really cool.
If you want a burst mage that's more than meets the eye, look no further than NEEKO. For more info on the Curious Chameleon, take a peek at the links below, if you can find them. Pop
Okay.
quiz. Which is the real Graves?
Wait,
which
why
is
are
the
there-
clone, and which one's NEEKO?
That's crazy. Oh, wait, there's NEEKO.
Like a wildcat.
So,
Roar.
yeah, I guess my initial question for all of you guys watching this part of the video is like, at the higher ranks, if the enemy team has a NEEKO, do people have to play differently, play around it, or at the higher ranks, do people generally kind of just know, like you can tell? There are certain aspects and certain abilities where just at the higher ranks, right, even if there's like a clone ability like this, you know, it's just like people are smarter at the higher ranks, right? And you're able to tell? Or is NEEKO's abilities like still pretty powerful even up there at those kinds of ranks? You guys let me know about that in the comments, because she seems like she could be very good, or she could be a little gimmicky and not that good. Like her basic attacks and her Q and her E ability and her ultimate all seem very good damage abilities for sure. But her, you know, her passive and then her W, her splitter ability, like I don't know how useful those actually are at, you know, higher ranks. So you guys let me know about that one. Okay, I thought we would check out the Legends of Runeterra trailer for NEEKO. This is actually only 5 months old as of recording, so it's very recent. 2.5 minutes long. Let's take a look.
Big strong NEEKO coming through.
She's gonna have a lot of like cloning abilities, I imagine. Okay, let's see this. So we have many shaped jungle friends. You may put bird, cat, dog, elnuk, fae, reptile, and spider followers into your deck during deck building. Oh, very cool. So she likes to have animals and stuff. And then NEEKO herself is a 2 mana 2/2. Origin, many shaped jungle friends. There is that. Play, you may disguise me as one of 3 2-cost followers from my origin. Interesting. You disguise her. And then level up when you've attacked with allies that have 6+ different subtypes. Oh, you want to disguise her as the different subtypes, obviously put other subtypes in the deck, and then you want to attack with all of them to level her up. That's pretty cool. That makes probably like a pretty fun deck in my opinion. That's cool.
NEEKO is making her
Bitsy
own
Lizard.
tribe
I would totally make a NEEKO deck because she seems like she'd just have a lot of like little itty bitty creatures, but like,
now. Italy.
I don't know, it synergized really well together and it'd be fun. I don't know though, she might just be kind of weak.
Shigon.
I like all the cards that are on NEEKO's side, the deck. Like I like the artwork.
You
Italy, of
messed
course.
with the wrong
Ferocious
NEEKO.
Fluffs. Gotta have some ferocious fluffs in your deck. All right, I'm ready for that level up animation.
It's my kind of critter.
Deck Hunter. Oh, that cat's adorable.
Rawr.
Cool.
Danger, NEEKO.
Look at all those different freaking animals and creatures. Surprised it was NEEKO all the time.
NEEKO goes up, colors come down.
Oh, that was a really good animation for that. Okay, wait, we gotta roll it back. I got too excited about the level up animation. We gotta see what the level up Okay, so she's a 3/2 with elusive, and then attacks grant allies that have a subtype everywhere +1/+1. Subtype everywhere. Okay. Let your heart dance. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like her subtype or her deck would be really fun to
You must be so
make together
strong,
with like
surviving
Nidalee
all
or
on
something.
your own.
I don't know if Nidalee's a champion you can use.
Be a good beast and get back in your cage.
NEEKO does not like smelly cage or smelly mans.
She doesn't like smelly mans.
NEEKO is here. Or is she?
Ah, there's the clone. It did like a switcheroo, actually. That's cool. A 7/7 ferocious fluff. Oh boy.
Show them real claws, Nidalee.
Gladly.
Creating a copy. Wow. Pack Mother Nidalee. Ooh.
Eva!
Okay, geez, their Nexus is gone.
No attack. Ataku! Oh yeah! Good guys
Cool.
win! Woo woo!
All right, I want to see you take a look at some of these a little bit here. We got NEEKO's Shape Splitter card as well. Okay, just some like animals and stuff that you might find. Anura and Fruit. I like that. She's got like a frog or something. Cool. Yeah, this came out June of this year, 2023. So very recent addition to Legends of Runeterra. That seems really fun. If anybody's used her recently, let me know in the comments how good she is. Okay, next up we have her login screen. Now this is from 5 years ago, obviously when she first came out, and it's a longer one, 4.5 minutes. We did get a little glimpse of it when we watched the Champion Spotlight. So we've kind of heard a little bit of it, but obviously we're going to get the full thing now. And of course, let me know your comments on this login screen, how good you guys think NEEKO's champion theme is. Here we go. It feels very lighthearted too, from the get-go, from what I felt when I was listening to it in the Champion Spotlight. Yeah, like it's very like happy, you know? Feels happy. Feels like somebody who's curious, which is very much NEEKO, right? She's a very curious champion. She's seeing all these things for the first time, wondering how they work. She's probably obviously a little naive, gullible, but she's also very powerful and scary. I don't know if the music's evoking that, but we're getting some we are getting lyrics of a different language other than English, of course. And I'm going to assume it's her Christian tribe's language. Or it could straight up just be another language, I don't know. It's very beautiful though. Dude, this is a really good one. Like, I don't know, this is good background music, straight up. I feel like this is one of the better ones, too, of recent memory. Dude, it's so like, I don't know, it's like carefree almost, right? That's kind of like NEEKO as well. I'm almost getting like James Cameron Avatar vibes too from it, I guess. I guess maybe NEEKO just reminds me of that a little bit. And then the music's adding to that. If anybody has more insight onto what the lyrics are actually saying, of course, let me know. Yeah, like just listen to this melody. It's happy. It's great. We get a lot of like gloom and like sad login screens, I feel like. But NEEKO's is the opposite, which is good. Obviously Seraphine's isn't that way either, but yeah, I'm trying to make out the words. I can't. I don't know what it is. We don't get like guitar too often, but I feel like there's guitar in this. Oh, you getting strings here too? Okay. Ooh. Getting a little... Oh, dude. Okay, hold on. What's happening here? The orchestra coming together. There's like the solo violin or whatever it is, and then the rest playing right after it is really cool. Oh, that's like a harp or something. What is... What? Okay, hold on. Was that a harp? That sounded insane. That was just a xylophone? I don't know. What's going on? Instrument-wise, there's so many. To have so many instruments like that be cohesive too, it's not easy, folks. Dude, this is really good. This might be one of my faves, actually. Like, for sure, top 10, I guess. It's just like, I don't know, it's happy and it's making me happy. You know, if a song can do that for me, easy. Wow. This was a pretty epic login screen for NEEKO, man. Wow. I don't want to say they're getting any worse or anything like that, because I guess I haven't listened to a more recent champion yet, but this was a really good one 5 years ago. Holy crap. NEEKO's was so good, guys. I really liked this part like 2/3 of the way in when we had that little solo violin or viola or whoever was playing it. And then like the rest of the orchestra would like mimic it, but like in a different, they would either go, I think they went even higher pitched with the rest of the orchestra. I don't know. Anyways, lots of musical instruments in this one, lots going on. But again, it evoked like the Curious Chameleon to me, and I think they did it perfectly. It was a very carefree, happy song, and I really enjoyed it. So you guys let me know about this one. This one I did notice also has a lot more views. Like NEEKO has a lot of views on the YouTube videos that we've been watching. You know, generally when they have more views like this, obviously they're usually more popular in the game. So I imagine NEEKO will also probably have a lot of skins here coming up when we take a look at those. I don't know, but like her login screen here has like 3.5 million or 4 million. The champion spotlight also had a lot of views on it compared to some of the other champions we've taken a look at. So yeah, NEEKO must be very popular, and I can see why. All right, so let's take a look at her skins. I actually thought she'd have a little bit more. I know she's only 5 years old though, so that's not very old. Let's start off with her original skin. I think it's very vibrant. I do really like all the colors. Her hair as well is very cool. I don't think I'll do a top 3 here. I'll just probably pick my favorite since there's only like 8 skins here, but let's take a look. What else are we gonna get? Here's the Winter Wonder one. So this one is cool. We got a little glimpse of it in the champion spotlight. Very cool colors. Let's see. Yeah, these look really good. I don't have any complaints about this one. I think it looks really cool. Oh, I like this one. I don't know. For some reason, it's reminding me of like ice cream. I don't know why. I think that's a good skin. Let's continue though. Oh, we have a Star Guardian one for her. Oh, she looks really cool in the Star Guardian one. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a favorite so far. I don't know. There's something about like the colors here that are so vibrant, and they look really good. We have Prestige Star Guardian. So of course the more gold flare, and you know, it's not bad, but I like the pink hair here. I do like the pink better. Next we have Shanghai Scrolls. We haven't seen a Shanghai Scroll skin before. This is different. Oh, no way. Look at those are like those clouds above her head as her, oh, and look at her hair. Her hair are like clouds. Holy crap. Hold on. This skin is insane. What? Hold on. I've never been kind of wowed by a skin like this before. What? Why is this skin so good? Hold on. Guys, I've actually never been wowed this much by a skin before, but I, for some reason, really enjoy the aesthetic of this one. Ooh, I like the colors of this one. I don't know what it is. There's something really good about this skin. So far, this is my favorite. Yeah. We have, I guess, a Prestige Star Guardian 2022. Let's move on. We have Bewitching. Oh, cool. See, not enough Halloween skins in the game. I feel like every champion needs to have a Halloween skin at this point. It's 2023. Give everybody a Halloween skin of some sort. This is cool. So she is turning into a cat here. I am a cat person. I do own 2 cats. But, oh, the hat is actually massive. I do like this one too. But there's something about the Shanghai skin that's like so good. This one's very good actually. I'm sure there's like people that want like a cat skin for a champion, and this is kind of close to one that you could get. I mean, look at her feet here, right? So this is very good. I'm sure this skin is actually pretty popular for NEEKO or any NEEKO players out there. But it's not my favorite. I like the other one better, but this is still very, very good Halloween skin. And last but not least, we have Street Demons. Okay, what's going on here? For some reason, okay, so she's definitely more like a chameleon here. Is she like a graffiti artist or a rollerblader? What's going on? So Street Demon. I guess she's just like a street kid is the go-to here. It's an interesting aesthetic, and I don't mind it. It's like a futuristic street kid, kind of. It's good. It is good. It reminded me, for some reason, right off the bat, it made me think of Jet Set Radio. I might be showing my age here, but if you guys know the game Jet Set Radio, that's what it reminds me of. And I actually think we're getting a new Jet Set Radio in the near future. This is a good skin as well. I like these NEEKO skins. I'm going to tell you guys, I think these, she doesn't have many, but these are very good. And I don't even think she has a bad skin. Like, I don't want to say she has a bad skin. Like, the Winter Wonder one isn't my favorite. I haven't really liked the winter skins for a lot of the champions, but it's not bad. But this skin, by far, is still my favorite, guys. I definitely want to hear from you guys. Any NEEKO players or anybody just in general, please let me know what your favorite NEEKO skin is in the comments. Okay, before we move to the Fandom Wiki, I actually saw that there was a little teaser trailer for the skin that I really liked, so I just wanted to take a look, if you guys don't mind. Just a minute long. How often do they do skin trailers as well? You guys have to let me know that. It seems like it's pretty random. And who else has a Shanghai skin, or however you say it? Maybe we'll see in this trailer. Whoa, is that a Rex hut? What is that? Is that Jin? Does Jin have one? It's been so long since we reacted to Jin, so I don't know. Okay, so there are other ones. Okay, we haven't reacted to him. So there are other skins. That's cool. Or other champions that have this skin. Forgive me, I'm forgetting his name right now. And that is 100% Jin. But apparently, I don't remember reacting to that. They're all trying to kill her. This is a cool trailer. I love how we get cinematics for this kind of stuff, but we don't get, like, I don't know, lore cinematics. I want more lore cinematics. Okay, that was a really cool trailer. I liked that. All right, guys, let's do the Fandom Wiki now. And we did have to, I mean, we skipped a lot of the repeat stuff here. So like her early life and stuff is all the things that we read in the biography and story. We are going to start with recent events. Let's see if we have anything new here in the recent events section. It says at some point, NEEKO got captured by a band of Piltovan poachers led by Captain Rowan. These poachers sought to catch and eventually sell exotic creatures of the jungles in hopes of making a large profit. A scientist who had been hired by the poachers named Anura alongside her pet frog Froop. Oh, those are the two from the Legends of Runeterra trailer that we watched. Okay. They felt sympathy for the capture of Vestaya and devised a massive escape plan to free her. Okay, this is cool. So she gets a new friend here. Successfully freed from her capture by the poachers, NEEKO found herself back in the jungles and reunited with her old friend Nidalee. NEEKO warned Nidalee of the poachers, and the two planned to drive them out of the jungle. Under the cover of night, Nidalee and NEEKO ambushed the poachers' encampment alongside the rest of the Paka Pack and some other wildlife, driving them out of the forest. So I wonder if this is featured somewhere else in another trailer, or I mean story or something that we haven't seen, or yeah, I'm not quite sure, but cool. Appearance. NEEKO is a female Vestaya that has a teen-like appearance and some characteristics of a chameleon, like scales and reptile eyes. She has very colorful hair with glands sprouting out of her head, which she uses to capture others' shoma. She wears tribal clothes and walks barefoot. Right, she doesn't like socks, guys. Personality. NEEKO has a very jovial and fun-going personality. She is somewhat innocent and unaware of the dangers that surround her. She does not comprehend most of human society and relationships and some of the words, so she usually creates chaotic scenarios thanks to her naivety. Yeah, that's basically what we've said throughout so far of our reaction to her. Okay, abilities. Vistayan physiology. NEEKO is a Vistaya, an ancient race of demi-humans changed by magic of the spirit realm. This connection to the spirit realm has increased their longevity and granted them powerful magics, allowing them to live for centuries. NEEKO is a member of the Uvicat tribe of Vistaya, reptilian Vistaya that resemble chameleons. Spiritual magic. Because the Uvicat retained most of their heritage directly connected to the Vistaya Shire, NEEKO has strong ties to the spirit realm and access to lots of magical abilities tied to it. She can utilize this in many different ways, such as firing blasts of energy at her opponent, restraining enemies with vine-like energies, or creating a burst of colorful flowers to damage and blind enemies. Shapeshifting. By reaching into a person's shoma or their soul, according to Uvicat culture, NEEKO can instantly take the appearance of any being who has a soul. When NEEKO shapeshifts into someone, she can tap into their inner feelings and memories, but is unable to access their abilities. Spiritual reading. NEEKO can inherently see the shoma of living beings or their soul. Because of this, she can sense the inner feelings of beings around her and can see the true intentions and emotions of others, granting her a strong sense of empathy. Illusion creation. NEEKO can create perfect duplicates of herself that last for a short amount of time before fizzling away, allowing her to deceive and confuse opponents. Yeah, so I mean, essentially this whole ability section is basically saying, since NEEKO is like from the, this old Vistaya Shire, they're very close to the spirit realm. Like, she has a lot of strong magic to her, yeah? Oh, the relation section is very small, but I feel like NEEKO is somebody that could, like, run into any of our other champions anytime in the future, right? So it just says Nidalee here. NEEKO has spent some time with Nidalee in her pack. Though Nidalee wouldn't aid her in her further quest, they parted on relatively positive terms. NEEKO is in love with Nidalee, and while it was unreturned at first, the relationship is beginning to blossom. The two care for each other deeply, and NEEKO is perhaps the only person outside of her whom Nidalee would risk her life for. And then Ezreal. NEEKO mimicked Ezreal in the jungle during his search for the elixir of Uloa. Okay, so that's the connection there. Got it. Yeah, I don't see this extra story where we learned about this whole little Nidalee or about NEEKO getting captured. Maybe that's somewhere else then. Okay, we have a little bit of trivia. NEEKO is a few hundred years old, but her maturity is at the level of someone in their late teens or early 20s. She may be about 180 years old. NEEKO is not a Vistaya Shire. Somebody put it not in bold. NEEKO is not a pure Vistaya Shire, but she is closer to it than most of the other Vistaya. The Uvicat tribe splintered off from Vistaya tribes very early and have largely lived in isolation, so their magic is more pure and ancient than other Vistaya. There is very, very little human blood in NEEKO's lineage. It is revealed that NEEKO being a Vistaya Shire was a mistake in the script. Very interesting. Okay. Somebody added this, and I'm assuming there's sources. The Uvicat looked at the shedding tails as milestones in maturity, like birthdays. This does not occur annually, but is linked to growth in the spiritual realm. NEEKO is currently on her 4th tail. Wow, how do people know this? Flowers on her head are actually beautiful glands, like the pineal gland, which allow NEEKO to sense and interact with people's shoma. Oh, I didn't know that. Her favorite food is cheese bread. I'm going to assume that's from Voicelines or something. This is a reference to pão de queijo, Brazilian cheese bread, because her voice actress is Brazilian, okay? NEEKO is better, faster at shapeshifting than other Vistaya types thanks to her more powerful connection to magic and being attracted to an animal spirit that is good at changing. That makes sense. NEEKO could change her appearance dramatically in 2 seconds and hold it for several days. NEEKO's size when shapeshifting is only limited by the immensity of her shoma. She could become an exact replica of Galio, but wouldn't be able to hold it for long. And NEEKO has lines showing romantic interest in female champions, as was confirmed by her writer, Matt Dunn, to be the first known lesbian champion. Okay, cool. This was actually really good trivia section down here. So I applaud everybody that put their input here, because sometimes people get like some really shoddy trivia that just doesn't include very much information. Okay, so I don't think we really learned too much more about NEEKO here. I just would like to see her interacting with other champions for sure. All right, we're going to take a look at the special interactions for NEEKO in Legends of Runeterra. I only see the one skin spotlight video for it. It's specifically NEEKO and Nidalee, so I don't know if there's any other interactions that there could be for NEEKO, but it kind of just makes sense that it's only with Nidalee because that's really the only person she has relations with, right? So let's go ahead and give them a listen.
Nidalee Farasiki.
Okay.
I like you too, NEEKO.
Ooh. Okay, cool. There's going to be a lot of voice lines here, I feel like,
Show
between
them
these two.
real close, Jungle Cats, Nidalee. Gladly.
My people are counting on
Nami.
me.
Oh.
NEEKO can meet these people?
Oh, Nami. Oh, that's
Parents?
cool. Whoa.
I won't let my
She wants to meet Nami's parents.
be swallowed by darkness.
I don't know
NEEKO
anything
will
about
help
Nami,
free
but I'm
lady.
curious.
Go away!
day, darkness.
Pretty lady.
Is it painful when your tail grows back in?
What? Growing new tail is easy squeezy.
Easy squeezy. No. Okay, when she started squeezing, making the squeezing noise, you know what I immediately thought.
How can Nico repay you for her freedom?
How about I charge you 1 friendship?
The sun is
That's cool.
shining.
Oh,
We
and
should
Lux?
too.
Okay, this is cool.
Yes. Shine with all feelings, all times.
See, now Lux is a person I would
How
want
does
NEEKO to
a
actually
big
meet.
balloon man fly with no magic?
Why, everyone knows that. It's simple science.
Science. These voice lines are good, Nar.
Nico's.
Oh,
Knock attack, baby.
don't make fun of Nar.
Nico understands. Nico does not understand.
Do not see what is. See
Oh my-
what will be.
How can Nico see future time if there is only now time?
I love how many voice lines
My
we're getting.
name will echo through the ages.
You are loud like thunder, but your shoma trembles.
Ooh, I feel like that's pretty, like, important or key. His shoma or his soul trembles, which is very interesting. I need to get into, like, the Shurima people. We haven't done a Shuriman reaction yet. Let me know in the comments, guys, who I should react to from the Shurima stuff, like Azir, or Renekton, or who, Nasus. Like, let me know.
Oh, so cute.
Who has the most voice lines?
Nico wants to lick it.
Uh,
Tiny paws,
Don't-
tiny claws.
don't lick the
scratch,
cub.
Scratch. Give them
All right,
the
Nico's kind of
angry
adorable.
tail. Roar. Transform. Shoom.
Okay, shape splitter.
Everyone can be anyone. Yes, hello, enemies. We stop fighting now. Nico is very hungry.
Hey, I get it.
It's okay.
I get it.
Nico doesn't always know what to do either.
Okay.
Does anyone want snack time?
Yes, please.
Maybe it's sweet potatoes.
Cheese bread? Oh,
If
she didn't mention the
Nico
cheese
can
bread.
be everyone? How can Nico be sure she's anyone?
Whoa,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
deep,
good
actually.
guys win! Woo woo! Yay!
Woo woo.
Everyone is invited to picnic.
Okay, Nico's
Nico
voice lines
will
are
do
so
better
good,
and
guys.
Make Nidalee proud. Next time,
Okay, she
Nico
wants to
will
impress
show them
Nidalee.
all the colors.
All the colors.
My den was quiet without you, lizard girl.
Nico
Lizard
missed
girl.
Nidalee so much.
Koom Sehena. Did I say it right?
They are
Yes,
very close.
It is perfect. You are perfect.
How does the community feel about those two? Do you guys like ship them, or are you guys like kind of whatever about it? I think it kind of makes sense, right? And now I see we're getting into the Nidalee voice lines. I'm sure there are some more NEEKO ones in here, so let me find them real fast.
Nico is
Avenging
making her
Vistaya.
own tribe now.
Is there perhaps room for one more?
Oh, he sounds
Tiny
sus.
Toes?
He sounds super sus. Maybe that's just their voice, though. I won't be mean.
Delightful, a new species.
Well, this is a poacher,
Now to
though.
name
She shouldn't be
you.
talking to him.
Nico is always Nico, even when she's not.
That's funny.
You can
It's true. Makes sense.
Be a good beast and get back in your cage.
Ooh, okay.
Nico does not like smelly cage
Yeah.
or smelly mans.
Your
We heard that one
scales will
earlier,
fetch
smelly
me a
mans.
handsome sum.
Nico is not selling, not even for cheese breads.
Ah, there's the cheese bread
Stay back,
mentioned.
or
I knew it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the Legends of Runeterra voice lines. I thought these were really good. And of course, these are the most recent voice lines for NEEKO. So I'm sure some of you actually haven't even heard these because these are only from 5 months ago, I guess. So interesting voice lines here. We have the Nami stuff. I'm very curious. Actually, Nami's been recommended before. I don't know if by like a few people or maybe just the same person. I can't keep track all the time, but Nami has been recommended before. So let me know if you guys want me to react to Nami as well. But she seems like somebody that could be interesting lore there. She does call Nami pretty. So obviously that's another indicator that she does find females attractive or pretty. The Nar stuff is a little funny. I like her just talking with Nar. We have the Lux, just the one Lux line. But again, I think her and Lux would get along very well, you know, along with Seraphine and stuff like that. And then, of course, we have all the NEEKO, Nidalee voice lines. Like, they seem to get along quite well, of course. And again, like, NEEKO is just very, you know, childlike, naive, and kind of just fun and jovial. So they're just really nice voice lines to hear versus some of our other voice lines that are just, like, kind of mean or just like sassy. Like it's nice to get some of these kind of voice lines as well. I liked the ones here towards the end where they were like, does anyone want snack times, or like the reward is a picnic, because you know, just hunger is a normal thing, and it's kind of funny whenever people are like, you guys want to take a break and just eat. I think it's great. Okay, if there's anything I missed here, it would have been maybe with the Azir voice lines, or maybe with Nar because he's speaking another language. Maybe somebody understands that. But yeah, like this one was a big one to me. You are loud like thunder, but your Shoma trembles. I thought this was a pretty interesting voice line versus all the others I thought were just kind of fun or whatever. This one was more interesting to me. But yeah, if there's any like little lore stuff with Azir that you guys want to let me know about that one, let me know. All right, guys, NEEKO special interactions from Skin Spotlights. It's 10.5 minutes long, and it looks like they actually chaptered out all of the video for this one. So that's kind of cool. They put a lot of time into this one. It looks like we're going to have some voice lines with her mimicking other people, which is going to be pretty cool. Starting off with Mimic Aurelian Soul here.
Look out! NEEKO's so fabulous now.
Oh, this is going to be crazy. We're going to get a lot of cool voice lines here. Mimic Ari.
So beautiful. Like moonlight on fresh snow.
Okay. Remember, she does like females.
NEEKO on fire!
Okay. Dude, see, that's so funny.
Evelyn
Ooh, Evelyn.
So extreme.
That's true.
NEEKO curious.
Whoa. Yeah, don't do that, NEEKO. Ezreal.
Pretty for a boy. Too pretty.
Too pretty for a boy. Interesting.
NEEKO will try you on for size.
Okay, so this is any female champion.
I love it.
She probably has a preference to take on female champions over like
Wish I
the
could
fat
stay
guy
like
from the
this
story we read.
forever. NEEKO is joyful to become you.
I mean, Zoe's a good choice. Garen.
Life is Garen too simple. Just swing sword around. Very bland, yes.
Oh man, Garen gets so much trash talk about him.
Yike! Take a bath. Gross.
Graves, take a bath, man. Lowy.
NEEKO loves everything about strong Yaoi.
Eowie.
Right?
That's like me not knowing how to say it. Ivern.
The Vastai Ray tended your sapling, grandfather.
Okay. I don't know the full story of Ivern.
Riot, break everything. Phew, phew.
That's Jinx in a nutshell, yeah. Kled.
I like Angry Yordle. Stab, stab, duckles.
Okay, Kled is funny, so yes, that's a good one.
Male Shoma feels strange.
Well, yeah, males are different than females, so.
Looking like boys is, takes getting used to. Do I smell as bad as I look?
Okay, why
Yes.
did all the men gotta be stinky? What's going on here?
NEEKO always wanted
Malphite.
to be a mountain.
Okay. Oh, here we
So
go.
many good memories.
Oh, she seems to reminisce on it, for sure.
So many
Rakan?
colors at once. NEEKO could teach you new colors, maybe?
I do need to do Rakan and the sister reaction at some point.
NEEKO is middle person. What?
Okay, that's funny.
Does Dragon Lady want to eat lunch with NEEKO sometime?
Oh, she just asked Shyvana on a date? Talia?
NEEKO not the only one who changes.
NEEKO not the only one who changes. What does that mean for Talia? I don't know.
The light in me knows the light in Terry.
Light me knows the light in Tarek. Okay.
Ooh,
Undead.
spooky.
She's literally a child. Not like Zoe child, but like
Wear one
a little bit
band.
older than Zoe. How do 3 people wear one pants?
Feels sick. Almost like NEEKO, but faded.
But faded. Almost like NEEKO, but faded. That makes me think it's because it's a Vistayan not as close to the spirit realm or the Vistaya Shirei as like she is, right? That's my guess on that. Avoid.
NEEKO feels wrong. Not good. Void is full of never.
Void is full of never.
I like this very much. Knife bird woman.
Knife bird woman. Yeah, I need to do the two
Just
birds.
yordling around. Is that what Yordle say?
Just yordling around? I don't think so. These are really good voice lines. I love this.
Zyra always always too prickly.
Oh, I forgot about Zyra.
NEEKO
mimic
will
any?
not break your Shoma. I promise.
Okay. I feel like she'd break
Now
promises,
we are
though.
bonded. Thank you.
It's like a child making a promise, right?
Nice to be something different for a change.
That's fair.
Iceberg
Anivia?
one. Ooh, NEEKO need coat.
Anivia, okay.
Fahasiki. It means I like you.
Fahasiki.
In a good way.
This is any female. She'll say that too. Okay.
After fight, can NEEKO tell you about Uvi Cat Tribe?
Uvi Cat Tribe.
Hello, Nature. Nature here looks funny. Wow. We do not have that where I come from.
She is so curious, dude. All right, Nidalee.
Nidalee! Weird seeing you here. NEEKO misses you.
I wonder why she talked about herself in the third person. Nobody really said
Oh,
why.
Rengar. Be nice and sweet. Like Nidalee.
Okay. We don't know the lore between like
Show me
Rengar
more
and all
of
that.
the world, Thalia. Take me with you. You are Vastaya. NEEKO is Uvicat. We are cousins?
Cousins?
Distant cousins.
Yeah, that probably works.
Hello, Vastaya. Do you know Nami? Is
Oh.
she nice?
Okay, she wants to learn more about Nami. She wanted to meet
May
Nami's
I
parents.
touch your eyeball?
Oh.
NEEKO is gentle.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, probably not.
Zyra has many thorns. Too hard for NEEKO to get past.
Zyra is thorny. We got it.
Hello, enemy!
Okay. Why was that one the best so far?
You are not secretly NEEKO, are you?
That's funny.
Told
Okay,
you
killing
to
any.
not get close. Why did you not listen? NEEKO will keep your Shoma alive. Can our spirits be friends too?
I don't think so. Move with
Everyone
buff.
fears NEEKO now!
Of course. That's such a child thing to do.
NEEKO is not a sad tomato.
Huh?
She is a strong tomato.
Why are you a tomato? Because of the red buff?
Strong, can take on world.
Okay.
Woo! Powerful, like Jungle Cat Nidalee. I miss her.
Yeah. You just gotta go back and hang out with Nidalee.
NEEKO's way. Dummies with small Shoma, that's who.
Dummies with small Shoma.
What does NEEKO do with power? Make people behave.
Yeah?
Stand back! Big strong NEEKO coming true!
Okay,
You messed with
attacking
the
with
wrong
buff.
NEEKO!
Yeah, you messed with the buffed
No
NEEKO.
one underestimate NEEKO.
Interesting they gave her a lot of lines
Who's
with
from
buffs.
NEEKO
I don't know
now?
if any other champion that they've done that with.
I will blast
That we've
your
reacted
Shoma
to
in the
anyways.
face. Your ancestors will feel
Dang,
this.
your ancestors are gonna feel it? Move in disguise. Nice.
I am definitely not NEEKO. No, not NEEKO.
She's just gonna give herself away so easily. Like she did in the story.
Everything's normal. Nothing suspicious.
Okay.
NEEKO must stay unseen until the last moment. Where is NEEKO? I saw NEEKO by the river. Everyone knows NEEKO likes rivers.
That might actually be true. Who knows?
Is NEEKO far? Is NEEKO near? No one knows.
No one knows where NEEKO is.
Just minding my own business.
The casual like humming and whistling. Not a dead giveaway at all.
I am being me and doing me things. Not
I'm just doing me and being me.
If NEEKO can be everyone, how can NEEKO be sure she's anyone?
I like the creativity they did with these voice lines for NEEKO for her being this kind of champion, you know? I think they had to kind of go all out because if they didn't, then people would be disappointed. But I guess You can't really make everybody happy. NEEKO clone gets destroyed.
Tricky. You got the wrong NEEKO.
Okay. That's cool that she has voice lines for this too. That's what I mean by like they made a lot of voice lines for all the different variations and
Same luck next try.
things that could happen, which is cool.
You fell for it. So easy to
And the
trick.
fact that there's so many too, right? Not just like two
try, but
or
no,
three.
NEEKO.
There's a lot. It's great.
That worked. I fooled them all. Goodbye, fake NEEKO.
All right, respawn.
NEEKO's trauma went everywhere. Huge mess. Had to find it
Huge
all.
mess.
Poof! NEEKO back in her NEEKO skin.
Nice.
NEEKO was out, but never down.
All right, she's staying positive.
Movie cat vacation over. Back to work.
First
I want
moves,
to
okay.
become everybody. Who
Oh.
says I cannot? I will prove them wrong. Then I will become them. Last laugh, NEEKO.
Last laugh, NEEKO. Okay.
Oh, Sehena.
She just doesn't want to be told what she can and can't do.
We smile forever.
We
Friends.
smile
That is
forever.
the word. Friends.
Oh, friends. Okay.
NEEKO is Uvi cat.
Mhm.
We are not Vastaya. We are Vastai Shirei. We
Now
are more
see,
colorful.
now see, in the fandom, it says this was a little bit of a, like that she isn't Vastaya Shirei, but they're like descendants of it. I don't know if that voice line's
This
still in or
place
not.
tastes like many emotions. Excitement, anger,
This
joy,
place.
and salty.
Salty.
Is salty a feeling?
I don't know. I don't think it is. That's not really a feeling. That's more a sensation, right? Okay. Wow. Yeah, guys. I like I said towards the end here, I really love that they did this for NEEKO because of her, like the type of champion she is and the type of interaction she could have because of the fact that she can clone other people or mimic them. It gave them such a good opportunity to make all these different kinds of voice lines for these different situations, which is awesome. There is a champion kind of like this in Overwatch called Echo. She literally will clone an enemy person and use their abilities and things like that. But she doesn't get any voice lines or anything during that because it's all just during combat and stuff. But it's very cool that, like, I kind of wish Echo had something like this related to this in Overwatch voice line wise. But of course, League is doing it better. I don't think there was too much that we didn't understand. There was like the one thing or one or two things in here throughout that if you guys want to give me a little bit more insight on, like this one here with Talia. NEEKO not the only one who changes. Maybe let me know about that one. Of course, she preferred female champions here as the people to mimic. This brand one was pretty funny. The Ivern one is just something I don't truly understand because I don't really know Ivern, but we'll eventually get to Ivern. So if you guys want to give me more insight, you can totally do that. Zaya and Rakan, you know, I understand. She was just talking about them being bird people. There was nothing really else going on there. So yeah, like, I just love the variety here of all the different things. So we got a lot of the mimicking voice lines. And then towards the end, we got her moving in disguise. There were so many. And like I said, Riot could have just like copped out a little bit and just did like 2 or 3 voice lines for each little encounter, but they actually made quite a bit. So, and I know like you can't make everybody from the Riot community or the League of Legends community happy, but you guys let me know. Like, I feel like this, if I were a fan of NEEKO or a fan of League of Legends and I saw NEEKO come out with this many voice lines, I think I would be happy. But yeah, again, you can't make everybody happy. I just say, look at the bright side. Like, there could have been only like for first encounters with the Vistayan, she could have had like 2 voice lines instead of these, you know, like 5 or 6 or however many she has, right? So I think it's really awesome that they just did all these different variations for voice lines here. So very exciting stuff. I do want to see if she had, there might be another video where we can just listen to her voice lines and see if we get any more than just what we got here. All right, guys, I did find a NEEKO voice video and I've skimmed a little bit and I do hear some in here that aren't ones that we heard in the special interactions video. This isn't from Skin Spotlights. It's from another channel called League Voices. We'll give it a listen and see if there's any additional voice lines that we can get in here, okay?
Yay! Sharing memories,
What was that?
colors, feelings is magic. Magic connects people.
Okay, yeah.
You are in trouble!
Uh, 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 uh,
No
uh.
more room for problems, please. Only room for more cheese breads.
More cheese bread.
How can anybody miss home? Home is all around.
Oh,
Feels
okay.
same. Almost like NEEKO, but faded.
Hmm.
NEEKO is on her 4th tail.
Okay, there's the 4th. So see, now we're getting some of the stuff that we read about in the Fandom Wiki. Yeah, NEEKO's on her 4th tail, so that's how we know.
Agadon! Hey! NEEKO needs a new tail. Be back soon. Do I smell as bad as I look? Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure she actually doesn't shower or anything. Yeah, the voice lines are pretty random throughout here, so I'll be probably skipping a little bit, but let's keep listening.
His spirits are all around me. Warm, like hugs.
Like hugs. Yeah, see, we haven't heard that one.
Not monster. Outsider looking in, wanting to belong. Like NEEKO.
Okay.
NEEKO on fire!
I don't know who that was about, though.
Battle time! Woo, woo!
Okay.
NEEKO does not want to be here when the others arrive.
NEEKO doesn't want to be here when the others arrive. Who's she referring to?
Changing bodies is like changing minds. Easy. NEEKO can do it. Everyone else make it difficult. NEEKO will return with more stuff.
More stuff.
Told you, do not get close. Why did you not listen?
Whoa, okay, hold on. What was that? What was she mimicking?
Why do people say blah 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 first, ask questions later? NEEKO needs answers now.
I love that.
No, Teo, we must be angry now.
No tail, we
Who
must be
stands
angry
in
now.
NEEKO's way? Dummies with small shoma, that's who. People say the world is NEEKO's oyster. Is oyster a good thing? Tastes like grapes?
No, the oysters don't taste like grapes.
Look out!
That's a good one, though.
NEEKO's so fabulous now. Shoma is like the shape of someone's spirit.
Okay,
who they
there's
really are inside.
Okay, there's our like more confirmation of Shoma being like the soul or spirit of somebody. Okay.
Beauty shines from inside, where the heart dances.
Beauty shines from inside where the heart dances. I really like that. Like beauty comes from the heart, right? Not the outward appearance. I like that voice line.
NEEKO keeps a tiny bit of everybody's Shoma. They are precious. Words are tricky. Better to speak with colors and emotion.
Yeah, she has mentioned that words being the only way of communication is kind of weird to her.
Your Shoma feels strange. NEEKO be sure it's fun to walk around in different skins. What to do now? Find cheese breads? Ooh, have picnic! How to treat people wear one pants? Her own tribe now. Go is her own tribe now.
Oh, that sounds like a death.
Get ready! Every place is beautiful. Every place is danger. Is danger beautiful?
Oh, every place is beautiful. Every place is danger. Is danger beautiful? You can see how her logic works here too, right?
The air is part of me. So are the flowers and the rocks. NEEKO is everywhere.
Okay, so all of like nature is NEEKO.
I will blast their Shoma in the face.
All right, guys, that was it. We had a lot of random voice lines kind of scattered throughout, so you're going to see a lot of cuts. But I'm glad we listened to some of these because there were a little bit more insightful voice lines here and more stuff that added to the random trivia and stuff that we read in the Fandom Wiki. I really liked NEEKO's voice line, so I can really see why you guys voted for her in our poll because obviously you guys knew she had really good voice lines and you guys wanted to see that. So I'm excited that you guys chose NEEKO. These voice lines were fantastic. Another one where like I just want all the champions to have this many voice lines. Like these are so good. And I'm glad that she just came out recently in Legends of Runeterra, so we were able to listen to those as well. I mean, I personally think I need to applaud Riot for at least NEEKO's design and NEEKO's voice lines, because again, I think they did a great job having all these different scenarios of like her mimicking or having her clones killed, and having all those different types of voice lines of like who she would mimic and things like that. So I applaud the voice actress and Riot for, you know, doing all of this for NEEKO. It adds to the characters, man. We just need voice lines like this for every champion. Again, I understand there's so many champions in League of Legends, but I do want more voice lines for everybody. Please, please, please do it, Riot. Overall, guys, I had a great time with NEEKO's reaction. I think she had one of my favorite skins for some reason. I don't know. I just really enjoyed that skin that we took a look at. And then her story and origin, like the story was really funny. Her taking out a whole Noxian, what is it called? A fort, basically, on her own without actually meaning to. And then the fact that she, I mean, can we say, is she the strongest Vestayan champion in terms of like magical abilities, because she's so close to the Vestaya Shirei like bloodline or whatever it's called? Because, you know, the closer you are, it seems like the more magical power you have. So is NEEKO considered the most strong Vestayan? You guys let me know in the comments on that one. Based on what I've learned from it, that seems to be the case. I really enjoy her whole like character design as well. She's very vibrant. Like the tail looks awesome. The lore to like her tail, she gets new tails, and that shows how old she is. You know, they say she's roughly like 180 years old. The hair is beautiful. The whole like changing into a chameleon like other people, like they did a really good job on character design for this champion. I feel like compared to some newer recent people, just overall, man, like I think they took their time with her. And I want to know, because you guys let me know on the insight sometimes on previous champions, like when NEEKO first came out, what was the overall consensus from the community? It seems like, I mean, I know the community can be very hard to please. Not everybody's going to be happy. Again, I'm coming from somebody that plays Overwatch currently. That community is never happy about anything. So I get it if people weren't happy about NEEKO when she first came out. I heard like Seraphine, nobody liked Seraphine when she came out, but now a lot of people do actually like her. Let me know about NEEKO. It seems like based on the amount of views on YouTube, like a lot of people I think did like her. So I'm not quite sure. Of course, guys, I do like to see where the champions could go in the future lore-wise, like way past, like maybe even to the MMO and stuff. I think NEEKO, you know, she's kind of an open book. I think they could actually do a lot with NEEKO. Some champions we've looked at in the past, they're kind of like stuck in their ways, or they only have one little path they could go down. But I think NEEKO could go anywhere. We could have her just show up in Demacia. We could have her show up in Piltover and Zaun or Ionia or wherever, right? And just she could meet more champions. I want her to meet more champions. Obviously, we got some voice lines with her and random people in the Legends of Runeterra interaction, but you know, it's not lore accurate kind of stuff, right? I do want NEEKO to meet other people and get her tribe going, and maybe she will at some point, right? Maybe she'll meet other Vestayan champions and start getting it going together. So I don't know. That would be really neat to see. Otherwise, MMO-wise, I don't know where they could put NEEKO. She might just be somebody that you would randomly meet in the jungle or something, right? I don't know. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this reaction. This was a really good one. Please let me know in the comments who I should react to next. I haven't done a Shuriman. Please recommend ones that have voice lines, specifically if you can. Nami seems like a decent contender. I think she has voice lines. There are other ones that you guys have mentioned. Plus, just, you know, let me know. I know I take note of who you guys are recommending, but I would, again, please let me know if they have voice lines, both in-game and in Legends of Runeterra. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Please leave a thumbs up. It does help other people see the video. It does help me. And consider subscribing to the channel if you don't already. We're getting closer to 3,000 subscribers. I would love to hit 3,000. I don't think we're going to hit it before the end of 2023, but I'm just thankful for all the support you guys have given me. Thank you.